Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? Okay, well, today's episode, we're going to dive back into Catfish. And I know with my episodes, I am as messy as my life, so I get off topic, but it relates, but it doesn't relate, but it does, yeah, I'm all over the place. So, with this one Catfish, his image, his face, I have seen so many times. And that's one reason why I have to empty out my phone because I am seeing other faces that I have seen like 3 months, 6 months, a year, and I don't have them all organized. I don't, or well, no, they're organized by day and everything like that, but I don't remember when's the last time I've seen each one because this is only like a couple or a few times that I have seen this guy. And I believe I have seen him at least 8, 12 times, at least. At least. And I kind of wish I knew that I was going to be doing this. But yeah, let's just say a lot of in high school I was voted most ugly or grew like that was a prank, and a lot of men say I'm ugly, but then some men say I'm beautiful until they realize I'm not gonna sleep with them or I'm not gonna obey them or be submissive and stuff like that, so it's like, so in my mind sometimes I even wonder, like, am I even pretty? It's like I debate, but at the same time I'm at a point where as long as I like how I look, I don't really. And with a lot of these, oh, I mean, with how catfish are, they act like everybody is just the most beautiful thing in the world. And yes, at least that shows that they are blind when it comes to superficial beauty and things like that, or they're not shallow. But that's not the case. They just want your money. It's like they're shallow in the wallet. They want to know how much they can get, because even if you don't have that much, even if you're on disability, or if you're like a senior citizen who's retired, and or if your ex-spouse has passed away, or either an ex or you're widowed or a widower, they will ask the right questions, and they would be just like, "You're so beautiful. Did you eat today? How are you?" It's like, "Did you sleep enough?" And they ask all those questions because they're warming you up. They're, revving that engine so that they can start getting your money and possessions and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like they'll take money from ugly too. They don't care. Money looks beautiful to them. Every denomination, they wouldn't care if the devil was on the money. They would, like, I highly doubt, like, I mean, hmm, yeah, they wouldn't care. So anyway, I have seen this guy, but oh, guess what, I think I found the real guy, and I have the link and everything. So that if you have a friend, or if you know anybody that runs into a guy that looks like this guy, and like, because one time he is Julian, one time he's William, and then it's like he's had so many different names. And let's see, I think this is, oh yeah, because I made the mistake, because yeah, this is like a couple months before I realized, yeah, I need to start screenshotting all of the awful nightmare images I get. I think I did it here and there, but it was normally like one of my close friends would ask me how my dating life was or how it's going after I broke up with my 7 year relationship of Mr. No Heart. And so I would just send her some of the craziest of the message that I've gotten. And like with this guy, I sent it, and I just remember she was just like, "Oh, girl, he's gorgeous." I'm like, for one, he's probably a Republican, and two, he's a kid. Like, oh, okay, the real version is probably a Republican, and two, yeah, he's a catfish. He's a catfish, and she didn't believe me at first or whatever, but yeah, yeah, but it's like, yeah, and this guy, he ran off so quick after I let him know, and I still haven't played the part. I had two or three more catfish like loaded in one of the dating apps, and they were waiting for me to talk, but I don't know. I cringe at the thought of I I know what these guys are trying to do, and I know they're just trying to figure out how much money they can get out of me. And I have a lot of goals, and I need to finish my novel and get like a lot of you already know about the projects that I'm working on and trying to get my business going. So part of me is just like, if I start talking to these guys, and if I start trying as hard as I can in order to give this information to authorities and stuff, that's going to be a lot of time and a lot of focus. And I will be at a point where I'm going to have to create a character. And I was kind of debating, should I use one of my characters from my novels? Because that would be kind of funny. And at the same time, that could help me with the creation of depth. Because it's like, while answering the questions, I could be like, okay, this character is newly divorced, or this one just got out of a relationship, or this person, like someone cheated on him or her, and so then I can play with those emotions and go, because I mean, since they're catfishing me, I might as well take advantage of them too. So, but it's like with this person, I have seen his face, and so many times, and I think it's because many women are attracted to men that look like him. It's like I mean, yeah, it's like he's very muscular, but I mean, to me, that's like that's just a little too much. But that's just me. That's just me. A lot of women love that, and that's one reason why a lot of the catfish are using him, because it's like it works. It's like, I mean, oh yeah, the facial hair, yes. Like, I mean, he's got that. He has a very handsome face. But yeah, it's like, and I love tattoos, but at the same time, yeah. And then it's like, oh, in some of his profiles, he's not vaccinated, and some he is vaccinated, and then his height is like, I need to find all of the screenshots, and that's one reason why it's like, yeah, I need to really just email like and download and sort out all of the pictures, because like where he is at, his age, name, height, and everything like that is just so different in each time. And it's like, the good news is you guys can click on the link on, I believe it's going to be on the left and stuff like that, but it's like each time, because I just got another image, or I got an invitation for to talk to him or match up with him again and stuff. So I downloaded the image and did a back, like a reverse like image search and stuff like that. And ta-da! I think I finally found the real person. And I would try to email or write this person, but I did that last time. But then the person accused me of trying to be a catfish. And I'm just like, no, I am the one trying to like show people like the toxicity and how, like, the slickness of catfish. I'm trying to show like the different popular people that catfish people use in order to take advantage and steal money and like ruin other people's lives because they have no hearts, no souls, and no empathy or anything like that. So, oh yeah, so yeah, they would take money from the devil. Now that I think about it, yeah, that would be no problem because yeah, their job is doing almost everything. Anyway, but yes, if you is like want to see like or check more about him, it's like just click on the link and everything right here because yeah, his name Jake Hudson, U.S. Air Force veteran. And if you look on the right, that's another profile because yeah, he tried writing me on Facebook and Batman Hudson. And it's like yeah, he again, it's like I got a few messages a few times, but not in a long while though. I have got, let's say, I've received, gotten, and a lot of catfish lately through Facebook. And so part of me is wondering, are some of them so scared that they're about to get caught on other streams that now they have to circle back to Facebook to kind of air out their dirty laundry that, you know, is out in like Instagram or the dating apps or just any of them. And yeah, I'm already seeing some of the catfish and scammers on Blue Sky too. And it's like I've only been on for like almost 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. Something I forgot the exact day, but yeah, it's like it's about 2 weeks, and I think I've in my messages I have already seen two or three accounts delete. They're gone already in less than 2 weeks, and I'm just like, wow, all right, bro, like you really know how to escort yourself out, kind of like my ex-boyfriend did in college. Yeah, he did a real good job with escorting himself out. But anyway, it's like, so be careful on Facebook because yeah, his image is on Facebook and also on Bumble and also on Meet Me and Scout, and there's one or two more that I've seen him on and that I've gotten messages from. But off the top of my head, though, I know I've seen him on those apps. So if you know anybody saying they are dating someone that looks like him, show him or her, show like because yeah, in some apps he's bisexual too. So yeah. I'm just saying it could be a him or her. You never know. So make sure you show them this episode and make sure you make them like click on the link right here because it shows so many of the pictures that's going around, and I think even some of the different identities and stuff like that. So be careful, do not fall for, and I know some people are like, duh, oh my gosh, whatever, and it's just like it's like I watched quite a few documentaries earlier this year and late last year about catfish, and I think it's around 1.2 or 3, $2 to $5 billion are stolen a year, and I'm not even sure if that's worldwide or just America. But I know a lot of it, like, because even the catfish in a couple of the documentaries were saying how easy America is. Not only because we have the cash apps, but it's like they know how to get pity and they know how to say that they're hungry. And because even though we are a developed country, we still have a lot of people in need. And because we have a ton, even though we are a developed country, we are like the only developed country that does not have Medicare for all. And so when people are saying that they're sick and they're hungry and they're in need of money and stuff like that, it's like we have to go to an app to fundraise so that we will be able to not lose our house or so we can stay alive and get the chemo or the medicine or whatever have you in order to stay alive. And so I feel like a lot of the catfish have learned to say, I'm in the hospital, I got in a car crash, one of my family members passed away. Oh, I have to travel and do this, but they're not giving me enough money for food. They're not giving me enough money so that I can live a regular life every day. My child is hungry because, yeah, a lot of them say they have children, but they say they have children because some of them, especially especially women, it's like if their child wants something and they want to provide everything for their child, and they're going to warm you up and make sure that you know a lot about their fictional child, because they want you to start having empathy and compassion for that child, so that when they tell you that their son or daughter is sick or hungry, you will be like, okay, I need to help you. I need to give you some money to make sure they're fed. I don't want your child to be hungry. Yeah, they're going to do all that pity stuff because then they know exactly what they're doing. Okay. Okay. But I have a few more catfish that I want to go back to and investigate a little bit more, because I know there's the one guy that wrote me, I think it was around like October, and it's like he appears to be African American male or maybe Puerto Rican. You know, it's like, but I remember I thought I found him, but then I realized no, it's another scammer that, because like I did the backwards and I was like I found him and it's like they, some of them do such a great job. And so yeah, I think I ended up talking to another version of scammer of him and things like that. So, and that's one reason why, yeah, he didn't write me back. Yeah, so but I'm learning. It's like while I create and write my novels and the mysteries within my novels, I think that's one reason why I'm kind of interested in this, because it's like while I create the mysteries within my novel, it kind of helps me like think of different ways to look at, as like the catfish in this scenario. And then on my Patreon, I'm gonna start opening it up for, so we can look at cold cases and maybe like investigate a little bit, see if we can find anything out to help solve it. So yes, I'm a nerd. If you have not already noticed, I'm a full blown nerd. And but yeah, I want to do cold cases. I want to do more with catfish. And yeah, because if some of you guys even want to team up and you guys can see if you can, either you help me create the characters and talk to the person, or if there's a way where when he wants to start talking to quote unquote me, it's like some of the people on the Patreon, it's like once I create the team and everything, it's like each person can have a different one, and you can try to talk to them until they start asking for the money. Take the screenshots, get the evidence, so that we can make sure we have enough, or maybe I can even email the authorities and ask them like, what kind of information do you need, what specifically do you need. And I'm still saving up enough money so I can get my books edited and everything like that. But if they can like provide me of any free tools, especially like when it comes to the location, like sending a link and they click on it or whatever, if I can find a free version of that, or if they can help me find a free version of that, I will create the full arsenal and equipment and everything and put that on Patreon too, so that we like, this part of me just feels like I'm tired of people just wanting, instead of getting a job and instead of pursuing goals that will bring people up, there's some that just want to steal and be conniving and awful and ruin other people's day just so they can enjoy their life. And I don't get that. It's like they enjoy being the villain. And I think that's another reason why, yeah, it's like with some of my episodes, I investigate on what makes a good villain and what makes a good hero. And when the two meet, how do you know if the reader is going to like that or see them in the good or the bad light? Or does it matter which? Because even with Luigi now, some people see him on one side, some on the other, and it depends on how you view him, and it depends on how you view the victim. Because how far is a victim, especially a victim who he gets his $10 million bonuses by letting other people die. And if you've been listening to my episodes, you already know my insurance nightmare and how I was born with a disability, but doctors and the insurance companies ignored me and they would not allow me to get anything until I could no longer walk. And no one ever cared to apologize or tell me, like, it's like I just, till this day, I know I will never forget the day when my then doctor, yeah, and this doctor, he's leaving he's moving to another like type of hospital and stuff too. He's leaving the whole system or whatever. So part of me wonders why. Because yeah, this is like the third or fourth, actually the fourth or fifth, because another doctor, like another one of my other doctors, they're leaving too. And I'm like, a lot of my past doctors are leaving pretty suddenly. But like when he gave me the test results, like he wasn't, his voice wasn't quivering, but you can hear how he felt bad for me. You could tell that he knew he was wrong, because the first appointment he gave me, he told me just to walk it off. And he told me, "Oh, you're okay, just walk it off. You don't look like anything's wrong with you." And he even started laughing about something else with my body or whatever. And he just kept laughing. And I'm like, nothing's funny. And even when I told him how much pain, like, he didn't care. And so if I were to read a book with Luigi and the victim, I kind of wonder how I would dissect the story. I wonder if my empathy, like, how would my empathy flow? How would I digest it? But yeah, on the other side, how would I digest it if I didn't go through this nightmare? It's like, how understanding would I be? So it all depends. Because, well, on the other side, my mom died of cancer because for years my mom would mention some pain in a certain part of her body and doctors ignored her. And then I think it wasn't until she was in stage 2 or 3 where they were like, "Oh, our bad, you got cancer." And then she died about 2 years later. But yeah, 2 or 3. But it's like our health system. And yes, I know I'm off topic, but it's like I've been really thinking about my villain and also my characters and the development of the story. And while I talk about the catfish, sometimes I'm like, even as a reader, who would empathize for the catfish? Who would feel bad for the catfish, especially if the catfish actually was stealing from one of the insurance millionaire CEOs, or a CEO period who gets their bonuses for millions of dollars? How would you see the catfish then? So I guess it depends on the identity of each side, the identity of the characters, that, like, instead of looking at them through one dimensional, 2 dimensional, seeing them 3 dimensional, all the components that made them who they are. But you already know what time it is, because yeah, I've been talking a lot. This is the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too. So, in the messages down below, Yeah, tell me. It's like, especially if you were gonna write a novel with a catfish in it, and or if you know of any cold cases that you might would be interested in taking on over to the Patreon, let me know. And if you've seen this guy in the dating apps, let me know as well. It's like, yeah, because I'm going to have an email soon. But yeah, if you let me know, I will give you the email so you can send it to me and I will add it to the collection. And I will make sure to put the name out so people know who shared it. But you guys take care, stay beautiful, stay wonderful, stay safe, and be careful. Take care. Bye.